Welcome. In this video, we will take a deep dive into the automated migration of Oracle database to the cloud. While the demo in the latter part of this video is focused on migrating to the AWS cloud, please keep in mind that this automation solution can also be used to migrate Oracle database to other cloud platforms such as Azure and GCP. By the end of this video, you will be familiarized with how the automation transpired using IT-Conductor. IT-Conductor's approach to cloud migration introduces the 5 Ds. The discover, distill, design, develop, and deploy stage. It covers multiple aspects of automation, including understanding the source environment, generating baselines, designing and developing the target infrastructure in the cloud, deploying application components in that target environment, and finally validating the cloud migration success. Now, as we begin the migration process, we delve into the discover stage, where an assessment of the application or source environment should take place. Application discovery is the process of understanding the entirety of an enterprise environment. IT-Conductor leverages a multi-layer approach to automatically discover deep dependency chains among components in an application environment, making application discovery much easier to perform. You can also see more details about the system or application from the IT-Conductor service grid. In this demo, for example, you can see the hostname and the IP address of the Oracle database we're going to migrate. You can also see from here the system availability and its utilization over a period of time. Which now brings us to the next stage. The distill stage. This is where the performance and configuration baselines are generated. In a typical migration project, the common performance baselines include resource utilization metrics, such as CPU and memory usage. Within the same IT-Conductor service grid, navigate to Performance Overview. Filter your desired time range, and from this window, you can capture the various performance metrics available for viewing. Alternatively, you may navigate to the Utilization Overview, and perform the same steps to capture the metrics you need for generating baselines. There's also an option for you to generate a KPI report, providing you with a more comprehensive view of the monitored system or application. The next 2 stages, namely the design and develop stage, are where our team of migration experts put their skills into action. For the sake of this demo, I'll just walk you through the actual automation template, already developed for migrating an Oracle database. Let's get started. This is the process definition for migrating Oracle from on-prem to the cloud. As you can see, we have different activities in this process definition, like the Terraform activity, Ansible activity, and the procedural activities that support running PL/SQL scripts in IT-Conductor. These activities are connected in such a way that it resembles the manual processing of the Oracle migration. To give you a glimpse of what makes up a Terraform activity, let's take a look at this one. Here is where you define the Terraform script from the Git repository. When you click Go to Git, you will be redirected to the Git repository where the Terraform script is located. We also have a placeholder for storing the Terraform state, which is an essential building block of every Terraform project as it acts as a database for your configurations. So, when the Terraform activity is initiated, the Terraform state gets saved in this object. Now, let's take a quick look at an Ansible activity. Here, you can see that it is also associated with the script from Git. So, when you click Go to Git, you will be redirected to the Ansible script from our Git repository. Ansible also consists of configurations. When you navigate to this page, you would see the configurations to install Oracle and patch Oracle to your target cloud environment. We can modify these configurations as required. A process can also contain subprocesses, which is a complete process in itself, further containing activities and subprocesses of its own. Let's take a look at this primary server setup for example. You can see that if we further drill down, you will see multiple activities inside it. The Get Database Log Mode activity is a SQL activity. This activity runs to know the status of the log mode and stores it in the object itself. If there's an archive log, it goes through this path, else, it goes through this other path until it ends. Another type of activity that we have here is what we call the procedural activity that can run the PL SQL script using IT-Conductor. In a nutshell, the process definition initially provisions the virtual machine in your target cloud environment. Installs Oracle, patches the Oracle. Sets up the Oracle DB on-prem for the migration. And then sets up the provisioned server in the cloud. Enables the broker on both sides. And then finally installs the app server in the cloud environment of your choice. Now, we're ready for the deploy stage. To start the migration process, click the Run/Instantiate button here. You can type the activity name here. Let's say Migrate Oracle to Cloud. And the description here. For the sake of this demo, let's just type in the same. Owner is the user account on behalf of whom the process will use to run. And removal age is the removal time for the execution logs to get deleted automatically. Then click the icon here to initiate the execution. A message box will then appear to notify you that the process definition has been created. Let's click the activity link just so I can show you how it runs in the background. Notice that each of the activities is colored, which should indicate their real-time statuses. Green indicates that the activity has been completed successfully. Orange signifies that an activity is starting. So here, let's try to click the activity, navigate to General, and then you can see the status here. Now, notice how the color of the provision VM activity changed to yellow. This signifies that the activity is now in progress. For the other activities that have not started yet, expect to see the color blue. And if in case a specific activity fails to run successfully, you can see the activity in red. Now, let's check in AWS while the process is running so you can see the initial state for comparison after the process execution completes. If you need to pause this video later on to compare, you may freely do so. Going back to IT-Conductor, you can see that the log got updated. It's a self-refreshing log, so you don't need to refresh the platform just to see the update. So going back to AWS. You can see over here that a new resource group has been created, and here, you can see that the resources are getting provisioned. The activities will take some time to complete. So let's skip the waiting time and fast forward to the Oracle installation. Here, you can see that the Install Oracle activity is now in progress. You can also view the execution log to see the installation status in real time. Alternatively, you can view the playbook tasks and see the status from this window. You can do the same for the Patch Oracle activity and other Ansible activities. Now, let's examine the primary server setup activity. As I've mentioned earlier, this activity contains a subprocess as shown here. Let's keep refreshing until all activities are completed. While we do that, please take note that the gets database log mode activity stores the status as an output, so we can use it for conditional workflows like what we have here. Now, let's fast forward to the completion of all the activities. What we have discussed so far are the 5 Ds of the IT-Conductor migration strategy. Remember this? These are the 5 key stages that drive every migration success. But you know what? There's an equally significant stage that deserves its spotlight. The validation stage. In IT-Conductor, you can quickly validate whether or not your migration is successful, by simply navigating to the service grid. As you can see here, the Oracle database is now showing on AWS. Similar to how you generated your cloud baselines, you can do the same in the validation stage and compare the performance and configurations of the previous state to the current state of the newly migrated Oracle database. Do you want to learn more? Feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.